Are we ready to continue this nonsense? This maddening nonsense. Hawks, thank you for $5. What are you, the Count? He is, actually. That's the joke. Anyway, we started the 2029-2030 season last night. That's a thing that happened. Chad said, hey, let's sim a little bit more. And I said, you know what? It's fine. We'll do that. And then it went terribly. Horrifically. We are currently 19-6-6. 6th place in our division with a very good team. So we desperately ended the stream to say maybe tomorrow will be a better day. We are 6 points out of a playoff spot halfway through the season. Exactly halfway through the season. If this team cannot make the playoffs, we're in a real bad spot. The objective for the season was to make the playoffs. There's a good reward for it and a pretty devastating punishment if we were to fail. So something has to go our way. It has to. You see Saros will be in goal. Again, we traded for Andre Burakovsky. We didn't really have to give up that much to get him. Something has to go right. Something. Otherwise, yeah, we'd be blowing this team up. So we're going to start off by simming through the end of January and reassessing where this team happens to be at that point, especially after losing 7-6. Per Hornqvist is on waivers. Saros' no movement clause expires at the end of this season. I see no reason to not claim that guy, so let's go ahead and do it. Oh my God. 7 losses in a row to end the... Oh my God, we're so boned. Oh my God. 7 losses in a row. 5 of them in regulation. We are 8 points out of the playoffs. Sorry, I am just trying to think about what we're going to do here. Wow. I wasn't expecting this. I really thought taking the day in between would result in something going our way and the voodoo magic being flipped. That has not happened. What are we going to do? And it is true, we don't have our first round pick this year. What is our best way out of this? I can't trade Saros right now. We got to go with something like that, at least for the moment. We have to. Max, thank you for the 25 months.
Highly unnecessary. That with the Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave.
Yeah, we are very likely to blow this team up. Very, very likely. Goodrow's down to a third line guy. Oh my god. I'm not often at a loss for words, but here we are. Here we are. We'll call it Brian McLeod for the moment. We're going to give that Hornqvist guy an opportunity. I hate to say it, but one LJ Mooney hasn't exactly been ready for prime time. I'm just a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. That's all. This is really, really unexpected to have seen this go this poorly. Because it shouldn't be going this poorly. This is nuts that this team is this bad. We've tried different coaches too. It's not like Ovi's still the coach. We have 8 days off. I mean, we have to go on an incredible run to end this season. Or it's just not. We have 1 win in our last 10 games. And we finally win another game. Wow. The last 2 seasons especially, we have done a pretty good job of getting this team... franchise been made harder over the last 2 years. I think it's about as random as it used to be. I mean, at this rate, there's pretty much no denying it. Yeah, we're going to be blowing it up as much as we can at the deadline. Like, this team has to go on an insane pace as Aaron Ekblad breaks his nose. Dude, even 10 straight wins isn't really enough right now to get us where we need to be. We are playing better hockey right now. I mean, we're at least back to 500 in terms of pace. March 1st, the deadline is on the 6th. We are 11 points out of the playoffs with the game at hand. We can't keep the team together. We can't. There is just no way. There's no real... There's no real excuse to keep this team together at this rate. There really isn't. What is the benefit, you know? It's a shame, but I think we got to look to move on from some pieces here. Wow. The fact that they're this bad is crazy to me. We're not going to wait until the deadline because I think we have way too much to do. Again, Saros cannot be traded until after the season is over. We might as well hold on to Like. He's probably worth more than 2 second-round picks for us at this stage. Cam York has a full no movement. He's going nowhere. We do got 2 goalie prospects in the system, which is good. Defensively, I mean, Ekblad is still hurt. He cannot be dealt, nor can Cam York. We wouldn't want to move Rawlings. Ryan Lindgren has to go. Second-round pick in Law. Dude named Turner in a second-round pick. St. Louis Blues are very, very interested. The Lightning are not all that serious. We know Turner's a medium top 6. Turner, 14th overall pick in 2027, getting close to being NHL ready. That's exactly the type of player we need to invest in. Ryan Lindgren, you have been a fargan disaster, what should be the easiest job in the world of being a useful DFD, and you have been anything but. Get off this team. That's one trade done. Did I hear about Max Scherzer getting traded? I did. Good for the Texas Rangers actually trying to be a baseball team instead of whatever they've been since their most recent World Series appearance. We're not going to trade Adams. We're not going to trade Safronov. Shane Gostisbehere. Go. Cody, happy birthday. I got you a present. It's a terrible fucking team. Second rounder and Primo. I mean, obviously the second rounder, even if we end up having too many second rounders. There are medium 6s though. Okay, hold on. Second round pick. Or someone like Van Ryn. Or Brindamore from Ottawa. How good is Van Ryn? Third round, that's risky. What about that dude from Ottawa? Brindamore also doesn't look very good. Good potential, bad overall. We're going to have to trade Gostisbehere for a pick. No reason to hold on to Ghost Bear at this point. At his age, give him a chance on a different team. We'll trade him to the Minnesota Wild. I can't believe I'm having to blow up this team. I genuinely cannot believe it. But here we are. You then get into like the Kevin Balls, the Nick Hagues of the world, but they're probably going to be role players, filler for us for the rest of the season. Andre Burakovsky, we acquired earlier this season. I cannot currently trade him. I'm not allowed to get 2 draft picks back, so we'll have to try at the deadline to get rid of one Andre Burakovsky. We got Turner, Koski-Ranta. Can I move on from Victor Arvidsson? Dow Cole in a 5th. Dude named Sullivan or Keenar. I mean, a 2nd round pick from Vancouver. And a dude named Hendry. Victor Arvidsson. We'll see you later, buddy. We tried. We tried to bring you back and have it work out. It did not. It really, really didn't. I hate this team. Like, the fact that this team is struggling to make the playoffs and right now is closer to the bottom of the division is insane. Barabanov. Should have been Kevin Fiala. Tarasov. 3rd round pick from the Jets and a dude named Neuendijk. We'll take that. Send Barabanov to Winnipeg. Oh, Demo, we're for sure going to have to trade draft picks. For sure. 100%. There will be draft picks moved over the next couple of years, especially for this season. I think we're going to have way too many. And again, we don't even have our own 1st round pick this year. So it gets continually worse. Left wing side, we might have to look at moving Brady Tkachuk. I cannot trade Andrei Svechnikov. Johnny Gaudreau. There's one trade. It's from Ottawa. A dude named Jacobs and a 2nd round pick. Goodbye to Johnny Gaudreau. We brought back for the year. He was supposed to be better. He was not. Let's call up Nick Hague. Ovi was fired already, yeah. So it's not an Ovi problem. Maybe try trading for your 1st. I mean, the value is probably already extremely high. So I don't know if we'll be able to pull it off. If I were to trade Brady Tkachuk, it'd be for Josh Morrissey, so it's not worth it. We'll probably hold on to Brady Tkachuk. If I were to trade Mac, it'd be for Josh Morrissey, so that's not going to happen. Mooney was a bit disappointing this season, but we'll give him another chance. I mean, Mac, Ritchie, Mooney, Garlock as the centers. Moving forward isn't the worst thing in the world. We have 4 2nd round picks. That's obviously not going to be able to continue to be the situation. I forget who the hell we traded the 1st rounder to. Seattle for Burakovsky. Fuck. I know we picked up Hornqvist on waivers. I feel like I have to take it. It's going to suck to not have our 2031 first either. But based on how we're doing already this season, based on the players I'm getting rid of, I feel like I have to just give up Hornqvist to get this year's back and then not have next year's. What other choice do we have? We know the value of that pick is going to go up. Hornqvist is fine, but he's not a must keep. I have to take that deal. So Seattle gets our 1st round pick next year in exchange for our 1st round pick this year and a roster player. So that leaves potential trades, and we're not even going to be able to control who we draft this year because we're going to fail the challenge. That leaves Macklin as someone who could go at the deadline. I think Callum Ritchie will get until the end of the season because it's not as if his value is super high. I mean, there is an argument about Mooney and Ritchie and do we deal them now, but I'm going to hold off on that. So there's Mac, there's Brady, but the big one is Andrei Burakovsky that we'd like to move on from. And again, I still can't move Saros until the draft. We are not allowed to trade Ekblad. I have to get rid of 2 seconds. Right now, St. Louis and Vancouver have the 2 lowest values on that. So can I move those 2 together? Not for anything helpful. So much like previous years, we're probably going to miss out on value for 2nd round picks. I mean, yeah, it's not looking good. So Not looking good at all. Cross Hanas is about the best we can do. Fuck. If I use these 2 picks in Burakovsky, I had a feeling that would be too specific. What about a second in Burakovsky? Yeah, just no one's going to want Burakovsky for that much money. So maybe he'll do better the back half of the season. So what about just straight up that St. Louis second rounder? I mean, that doesn't help. I need it to be a 2031 second. I mean, technically, I'd move McCult. Or I'd gain McCult for nothing. There's a lot of interest here. That's got to be Emilio Pettersson, not Elias. Has to be. Go Dawes in a third. We know we're going to more than likely lose value on these, so I'm not too worried. But let's go second and the fifth. Yeah, it's not much better. We're going to wait until deadline day to move those picks, which is just a few days away. So let's go ahead and see what this roster is going to be for the rest of the season. We got York and Ekblad. We got Rawlings and probably McKinnon. I'm actually not really too invested in McKinnon anymore. Rawlings going to be out. We're going to go for Safronov and Zaitsev. So York and Ekblad, Rawlings, and Safronov. We'll go with Haig and Zaitsev. So Ball and McKinnon through waivers. Neither got claimed. Cole Smith, I think it was, will still be our healthy scratch. Works for me. For the forwards. Does it even matter? Does it even matter? We do need to call someone else. We might as well get Mooney and Garlock onto the roster. Mooney's been terrible this season, but we'll go for him. That right wing side. How good was Turner? Noah Turner, 21. We give him a chance. Why not? We'll play some of our guys with better potentials. Give them a chance. The NHL level for once. See what they can do moving forward, you know? That type of deal. It's like Ulanoff and Eckford can get the call up. It's fine by me. And then at center, yeah, Burke and Willis can go down. I'm sure they'll clear waivers too. I would be under the cap though if I do that. I actually don't have a cap whale. If I call up Tyler Peddle, that did not work. If I call up Tyler Peddle and Florian Jack, okay, well, those two centers get to stay on the roster until I can sign a free agent in a second. So if we take a look at the team, we will try to figure out where the hell we're going with this, because I do not know. I do not know. Nolan Burke, you are out for Mr. McLeod. We got to get Ulanoff onto the other side. And yeah, we'll have Koski Ranta with Mack and Brady on that top line. So, Steel Devil, what's going on? We've had to blow this damn team up again. Let's get Connor Smith out for Zaitsev. Who are the captains? At this point, it's been jumbled all the shit because of the trade, so I don't even know who the captain is right now. All right, and then we'll just go best lines in the AHL. I do need to bring in a cap whale for the deadline. Max converting the prime to a tier 1. What a guy. Thank you for that. Tyler Sagan, you haven't made enough money in your career, right? You haven't made enough money in your career. Let's pay you a little bit more. Why not? It's somebody on roster. just to take up some money. So can't go to the full cap, but close to it. Aaron Ekblad is healthy as we beat Philadelphia. Matt Grzelcyk was on waivers. I think I hit decline because I wasn't really expecting that. So these bums missed the playoffs again. They sure did. So Burke and Willis can go down. And we'll call up Klim Kostin to be a healthy scratch. Yep, it was the worst case scenario this season, unfortunately. This team choked big time. So we beat Carolina as well. So deadline day, we're going to list ourselves as sellers for obvious reasons. And the big question is, can we move Andre Burakovsky at all? And with Detroit still offering deals like that, the answer is no. Can't move him with a second. Can't move him with a fourth. Can't move him with a fifth. Or a sixth. What about a seventh? No. So yeah, Burakovsky is going to go down as a complete waste. He's pretty much going to be here for the rest of the year. There's nothing I can do about it. Can't move Svechnikov right now. If we were to move Brady Tkachuk, I mean, again, it would be for Josh Morrissey, who I think was literally just dealt there. And it's just not worth it. And then no one wants Mac. We're not allowed to trade Saros yet. So all I can do right now is get our 7 draft picks in order. In which case, yeah, I'm not allowed to make any of the picks. It's going to be... Well, actually, that's not true. It's going to be from the scout recommended players. So it might as well be as if I can't make any damn picks. That's going to be pretty damn bad. Only 3 teams are interested in this. It's Chouinard, second rounder this year, third rounder. We'll take the third. I know I'm going to lose value. It's fine. We'll take that third rounder next year from Anaheim because, let's be honest, I need picks for next year because we don't have our first next year. Second round pick next year. Let's take Johansson. That's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we're just going to move these 2 bottom picks, and then I think we're pretty much done. Are there any 2031 picks? A third rounder from Florida. It's pretty good. We'll take that. 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're good for next year. Or for this year. Next year, we'll figure it out when we get there. UC Saros will get traded at the draft. York and Ekblad are here until their deals are up. We do have some defensive prospects in the mix, which is nice. I mean, someone like Adams is going to take a while. We got Koski, Ranta, and Turner in the mix there too. But yeah, guys like Gaudreau. Gaudreau's gone. Arvidsson's gone. Barabanov. The only argument now is like, well, do we cash out high on LJ Mooney? Get a second round pick and some dude who I don't know how good he is. Yeah, LJ staying. Garlock and Ritchie can stay too, although I think with Callum Ritchie, we've seen about all there is to see in terms of what he's capable of, and the story is just he's way too inconsistent. Swap him for a dude named Sullivan on the Rangers. I think we already looked at that guy, though, didn't we? Second round pick next year and a terrible forward. It's kind of tough to turn down a second round pick next year from Pittsburgh for Callum Ritchie. I think I'm going to take it. Sorry, Callum. You had too many chances. Nope, it won't let me take the deal. Okay, GG's. Well, with that, we're done at the deadline. Like, unless there's prospects out there that the AI are giving up on discounted rates. And there's someone like Solovyov. He was a 15th overall pick, but 18 years old, 71 overall. 2/3 and Kevin Ball for a medium top 6 prospect. We'll actually take that. It's 2/3 next year, so why not? Any other former first-round picks that are decent that we can get for relatively cheap? That'd be pretty cool. We gotta start thinking about the future after all. Can't think about making the playoffs or winning anything because that's just not going to happen. Rangers love the idea of parting with former first-round picks. I wanted all 3 of these guys, no? This dude's a 76 overall at 20 years old. Callum Ritchie. 1 for 1? Will you do it? Okay, that went through. Well, Callum Ritchie's a New York Ranger then. Works for me. Hate to do it, Callum, but you had plenty of chances. Ottawa, not looking that good. Philadelphia, not getting rid of prospects. A couple of prospects in the mix there. Raymond Fitzgerald. We might as well look. But yeah, in terms of getting anybody who's actually half decent right now, that ship has sailed. That's what I thought this deadline would be. Was us going after players to push us even further into contending status, but that is not what happened. First round named out call, but yeah, imagine. Oh, and look at that. The Golden Knights want to sign or want to trade Kevin Fiala. Maybe he should have signed with us. That'll be the biggest what if in a franchise mode. Maybe this year. Do you need any numbers retired? No one deserves it on this team right now. But I'll keep the idea in mind. They don't retire numbers for being terrible, although it is Nashville. They love banners more than anything. Which is ironic because we can't frickin' win anything. That is true, Roman Yossi. But then again, why would he want his number retired? Dab, good to see you. Thank you for the 9 months on the primer. I hope you've been well. I know you've been concert going lately. I hope you're doing good, man. I don't know if Roman Yossi would want his number retired by us after you guys fired him the second after he got his first career win as a coach. Yeah, I bet you forgot that a little bit. Pretty sure he didn't forget it. Pretty sure he didn't fucking forget. Man, they are looking to move a lot of former first rounders. All right, the price for Filatov. Ovi won the Jack Adams and chat fired him too. That's true. This Rasmussen guy. I think we are about out of options in terms of half decent people to acquire. It's Cloutier worth. Yeah, Columbus isn't willing to budge. All right, I think we're done. I think we're done with the drafts. With the draft, we're done until the draft. We're done with the deadline. Hendrix Lapierre for Josh Morrissey, 1 for 1 was the blockbuster of the day. So one more look. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's still good. This team will be here. Austin is a scratch. Sullivan's here now on the team. What do we got for him? What do we got for him? Decent song. Don't want it at the moment. Sullivan could play. Hit back one too many times. Love it. Everything's falling apart. It didn't even wait. Like right out of the gates tonight. Everything starts falling apart. Instead of running Sullivan on the 4th line, I'm going to send him down and we'll call up Svitov. Just to give him an opportunity at the NHL level. And from there, we're good. Crash, no trades and no movements exist. It just depends on the contract itself and how much it's worth. You feel me? Ekblad, Rawlings, Safronov, Connor Smith out for Zaitsev, who can play with Nick Hague. Saros still in goal. Best lines in the AHL. What does he have? He's got a no movement clause that expires at the end of this year. At the end of this year. So let's wrap up this season. Not a hope in hell that we make the playoffs at this stage. Dylan McKinnon gets concussed in Milwaukee. This has been a disastrous season, easily. I thought last year was bad for how well we rebounded in terms of building up the team. For them to be as bad, if not worse, is insane. We get absolutely pooped on by Calgary. I mean, we're a 500 team at best, and you got to be better than a 500 team in this division. We are currently 11 points behind the Blues with a game at hand. Takes 80 points to be in the playoffs. Technically, we're 5 points out with a game at hand. No shot at catching the Blues, but who knows? Maybe they fuck around and catch the Canucks. They lose to Toronto. They pretty much have to run the table. Ulanov gets hurt. Will pretty much be rest of the season done as Boston shits on us. And Dallas to end the month of March. We lose that as well. Anytime you think maybe. Only 4 points back of the Canucks with a game at hand, but this team doesn't have the jam. You see, Saros, you're not worthy of that mustache. Safronov and Rawlings has not worked as a pairing. Let's put Safronov with Cam York. Ekblad with Rawlings. Have him teach. Nick Roberts, 27 months. Thank you for that. How the heck are you? Thank you for continuing to support my face. All right, LJ and Burakovsky have still both absolutely sucked. I can drop Burakovsky down to the third line now. Fourth line's been okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Minnesota, we lose. Toronto, we lose. Los Angeles, we do win. Ulanov is healthy. They'll win just enough games to make you think, well, maybe. And then lose enough to crush your hopes and dreams. We are currently 10 points back of the Blues. 4 points back. 4 games to go against the Canucks. So ever play any of the game. We're pretty much always sim less. We will watch AI versus AI gameplay in the playoffs. But we can't get there. Winnipeg. We win. 82 points. The Canucks won again. The only shot we have of making the playoffs is to beat Vancouver here and win against Chicago and Edmonton. So this is it. You want to talk about playoff hopes? This is all we got right here. It's got to be a win against Vancouver or this season is over. First period in a 2-1 lead. LJ Mooney and Brian McLeod, I believe it was. Berkeley Catton scores for them on the power play. Also, they have Igor Shesterkin. Second period, goal apiece. Oliver Wahlstrom and Koski Ranta for us. We are being outshot 32-13. Yet we lead by 1. Typical Canucks, am I right? Make it 4-2. Sergei Svitov. Cam York makes it 5-2. Nate Danielson gets one back. In fact, we're still in it after tearing it down as a feat, though. So with that, we will pull to within 2 points of the Canucks. 5-4 final on the road. We have Chicago and Edmonton. 84 points to 86, each of us with 2 games to go. We have to win out, and they have to keep stumbling. It's our only shot. As slim of a shot as it is. Game 81 in Chicago. It's got to be a win. First period, 4-0 Predators. Burakovsky, Ekblad, Turner, and Eckford. Second period, 5-0 Nashville. Turner again. Third period, 7-1. Your final score. Cam York had a 5-assist night. We head to the final game of the season. On 86 points, the Canucks on 86 points. If we win and the Canucks lose, we're in the playoffs.